M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a play fake here on first down. And right away he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Here comes Patrick Mahomes leading out the defending champions. And Patrick Mahomes, of course, the Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The Chiefs ball carrier.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Mahomes sacked.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelce.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Brought in left side by Snead.
Lamar Jackson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to Willie Snead. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it's going to be second down.
And 10.
To throw again, Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
2019 was the first season for Frank Clark in Kansas City after spending the previous 4 in Seattle. And that was a big move by Kansas City to bring him over. He did have 8 sacks in the regular season, but it was his 5 in postseason. And helping his team get to the Super Bowl, that's why they...
That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Charvarius Ward.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. He couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And it is up.
It is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Chiefs 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll begin by running the option. Williams loses the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Fumble on the play.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one, 43 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's the option. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Queen on the tackle.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ravens 10, Chiefs 6.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Jones on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll start with the option. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown.
Sammy Watkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Kansas City.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
The Ravens had a big season in 2019, but we're still looking to strengthen their pass rush. And they bring in Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he's acquired for the low cost of a 5th-round draft pick. 31.5 sacks his last 3 years. He's been to 2 NFC Championship games and the Super Bowl. He wants to carry the Ravens back to the Super Bowl with him.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Makes the score, Chiefs 16, Ravens 10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Another nice play there by Chris Jones, a Pro Bowler for the first time in 2020. A 5-year man out of Mississippi State. I would dare say plenty more Pro Bowls for him coming up.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
Jackson's pass.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1st and 10.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st down, Chiefs.
They go play action here on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, look into that end zone real fast.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We'll check on his status when we get back. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And it's third down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Travis Kelsey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelsey had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33-yard line. Here's Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
Warner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Quick slant to Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here now is Travis Kelce. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mahomes now on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
A 32-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. 24-10 was your final. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. 31-7, the final score. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. Minshew, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did in the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you, appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way, and guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
From the 31, Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now carry number 20 in the game. Here's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run the option. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person. May end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still first down.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Queen on the tackle.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And goal. At the
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
7,
Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, Ingram. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
It's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Taken down at the
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to add the point after.
Extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but the Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.